Hey all, FrozenFoxy here, and welcome to a very short Let's Play of Legend of Grimrock, or something that might become a long Let's Play of Legend of Grimrock. I don't know. Honestly, what I was thinking of doing right now is just going through the first level of the dungeon and letting you all get a feel for what this kind of game is, and telling me if you want to see me do more of this Let's Play or not. Honestly, when I was a kid, I used to play dungeon crawlers all the time, so this is like bread and butter to me. It is really awesome. I love these kind of games. This is similar to things like Dungeon Master, Eye of the Beholder, all that kind of stuff. I've actually played through, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 levels of this dungeon already, and this becomes kind of like medieval Portal, which is really awesome. I love this game so far. So anyway, I'm going to get into it, and you guys can let me know if you are interested in seeing more of this. So I am actually going to create my own characters because I have no idea what it would do for creating characters on its own. I always like creating my own characters in these kind of things. I'm not going to do it in old school mode because I would like to actually be able to see my auto map, and normal's probably good. I think on easy mode it would be too easy, and hard mode I would probably get my ass handed to me. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Now, in this game we've got 4 different classes. We've got humans, minotaurs, lizardmen, insectoids. Now basically humans are the all-around, as most games like to put them. Minotaurs are the heavy-handed kind of character, but they're also not very accurate. Lizardmen are meant to be kind of thief characters. The insectoids are meant to be like the mage characters of the game. And we've also got these 3 classes here, which are fighter, mage, and rogue. I don't think that this game opens up any classes later on. I think it would be really cool if it did, but I don't think this game has that capability. However, they are still working on updates right now. This is basically an indie company, and they're listening to the people on the forums and adding new things all the time, which I think is really neat that they're actually going through this and letting people tell them what they would like to see, and additions are being made and all that kind of stuff. I highly recommend getting this game if you like dungeon crawlers even in the least. Even if you don't, watch this video, you might end up liking this after all. For me, I'm not actually going to do any minotaurs or lizardmen. I'm going to work with 3 human characters and an insectoid. Why? I don't know. I like it this way. You got to keep in mind that the 2 characters on the top are going to start as your front line. You technically can move the lines around to figure out where you want to put your characters at. However, the front line is what's going to be mainly getting hit. I believe on hard mode your back line can be hit as well by melee characters. However, in normal mode, that doesn't happen as much unless they are doing an area of effect kind of attack to you. So something to keep in mind is keep your weaker characters in the back row and your stronger characters in the front row. I'm actually going to name our main character here FrozenFoxy. I am going to be a human fighter. Our second character here, I'm going to turn into a girl, and I'm going to name her Victoria, after a certain Victoria from a Thief game. Honestly, when I saw this hooded character right here, I was like, there is no one else that this possibly could be except for Garrett's, because totally looks exactly like Garrett to me. So I'm going to turn him into a rogue here, and then obviously since Insectoid is best as a mage, I'm going to make a mage out of this guy. Go ahead and pump some willpower into this guy, and probably some vitality, because otherwise this guy is going to get himself squashed whenever something comes out and decides to start firing bolts of poison or something at us. Speaking of which, poison is most certainly extremely dangerous in this game, much like it was in games long ago for dungeon crawlers and so forth, so watch out for poison. That is very important to remember. Alright, for this guy, I'm going to go ahead and give him a strong mind, which is going to give him some extra willpower so that he can basically blast things a little bit easier. And then I'm also going to make him skilled, which is going to give me some extra skill points. Now, this may not be the best setup, but honestly, I think having the extra skill points up front is quite helpful in making characters that survive the dungeon a little bit longer. But that's just me. Also, because I'm not playing this blind, that's right, I'm not playing this blind, I do know about various spells and crafts and so forth that are going to be going on. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one spellcraft here, and 2 fire magic, and then pump the rest into earth magic. And that will all make lots and lots of sense a little later. Right now, does not make any sense. For our lovely friend Garrett here, we're going to pump assassination up as high as possible. I'm probably going to give this guy skilled as well, because I would like to get assassination up as quickly as possible. And the reason for assassination being up as quickly as possible is for, you can read at the bottom there, that level 12 reach attack. And the reason for that is when you're in the back row, melee attacks do not reach to the front row unless you have a reach weapon or you have an ability that allows you to hit the front row when you're in the back row. For example, our mage here will be able to hit the front row because he's got spells. Let's see here, I might get evasive for my other one, or something to do with dexterity, not quite sure. Gonna be one of those for sure, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably go with Agile here for our thief. Now for Victoria here, for those of you who actually know Thief, the game that I enjoy so much, you might realize that Victoria is, spoiler alert, something of a hand-to-hand plant lady. So I'm going to make her into a fist fighter to be kind of like what she really was in the game. However, fist fighting is probably not the first thing I'm going to be focusing on with her, and the reason for that is early on your fists don't do too much damage, so I'll probably be wielding something completely different than my fists at first, but I'm setting it up for later. Let's see here, what do I want for her? Well, I guess I could give her some extra attack power, and then she would just be coming out there swinging really fast, and then maybe I should just stick with the hands. Could give her some more strength. I suppose I should probably give some poison resistance to my front line. However, I really don't like skipping out on skilled here, just because it will come in handy pretty early on. Yeah, I think I'll go with poison resistance. It'll probably be the best idea for that. Alright, for my main character, probably gonna go with skilled. And we'll also give him some extra strength, I believe. So my main character is not going to be poison resistant, but, you know, whatever. We're going to pump that into armor for the moment, so it gets us some extra health and protection there. also going to pump it into armor for Victoria. So up front, I am not working with any weapon proficiencies. Unnecessary at the beginning of the game. Alright, at least for me, you know. Maybe you want to have some of that on your character, like I don't, but, you know. That's just how I am. I think I'll put maybe one more into Vitality. Some there, and a couple into Vitality. Looking good there. Alright, our thiefy character should definitely have some extra dexterity so he can attack things. Also give him some extra strength in the background. Very nice. And you are already all set. I think we are ready to go at this point. So let's get to the actual gameplay. Well, sort of. Cutscene. Welcome to Mount Grimrock. Towering spire looms above the clouds, a weathered rock that has stood tall for ages, longer than histories of men have been written down. It is a desolate place now, only remembered when things need to be discarded and forgotten. An airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats toward the peak. Four prisoners bound by heavy chains emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Their final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. As they are plunged down the open maw at the peak, their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain, but will you be able to lead them through the dark and to freedom that awaits them at the base of the Mount Grimrock? Probably not. They'll probably get smeared all over the dungeon floor, and it won't be pretty. So they do have a tutorial for Grimrock, however, I actually know what I'm doing, so I will not be fumbling through that tutorial. If you need a tutorial, you can totally go ahead and look at the tutorial if you get the game, and I do recommend getting this game. It's pretty cheap. I think right now it's 10% off until the 18th of April on Steam, so it's like $13.50. Not that expensive. Only thing I've mainly changed for my controls is how I turn and how I strafe, because I'm not very used to doing this at the moment, because it has been a while since I was a kid playing these kind of games. Choose your fate. Perish in this cell or pick up the torch. We will pick up the torch. However, we are not leaving the cell just yet. We are going to come back here, and you may notice there is a little nubby thing, which is actually something you can push on. And it opens an amazing secret door. Yes, this game has secret doors, and I love it so much. It also apparently has mind flares. Oh boy. I have never liked mind flares. They're quite dangerous. Got some lurker boots for ourselves. Go ahead and put those on a main character here. Let him enjoy the extra evasion for now. Eventually I'll probably put those on Garrett because evasion is not particularly helpful for a fighter character that's going to be on the front line and attacking things directly. Anyway, I think that's basically it for this first room here. I could be wrong because honestly I have not searched too closely to find out if there's anything else in this area. I'm sure there's tons and tons of secrets that I've missed throughout the time I've been playing this. Also, something to note about torches is they will most certainly light your way, and if you don't have a torch it can be quite dark, and these torches they do go out after a while. So keep some torches around with you, but don't light them. Otherwise, you're going to run out of torches faster. So I like to keep this torch just in the offhand of my mage character, because he's not going to be using his offhand. He's a mage. He needs to throw fireballs, not use a melee weapon or something like that. That would just be silly. We have some more armory stuff here. Go ahead and give the other piece to her. I guess that's basically it down here. Alright, we shall continue on. Cudgel, our first weapon of the game. Not particularly dangerous, especially in the hands of an untrained warrior like myself. But that's okay. We will work with being untrained. So, first puzzle of the game, you have to put something on this pad here. Honestly, the volume seems just a tad low to me inside the game. The problem is that the menu volume is much louder than the in-game volume, so I might go ahead and turn this up in a second here. But anyways, as you can see, when we're coming off this pad, it shuts that, so we need to put something to weigh it down there. However, I'm not going to put a rock there. Instead, I'm going to drop a torch here. There's plenty of torches, and rocks tend to become rare after a while, and they can be quite helpful to keep around. So you can toss them a lot further than you can toss most items. Nice little brass key for ourselves. Give that to my character, let him carry it around. Who knows, you might need to open up a door soon. Another rock there. Very nice. I thought I saw something on the ground there. Apparently I did not. Aha! A door to open with the key. Yes. Lovely. Alright, before we continue on, I am going to quickly save here. Got an auto-save going already. And go turn up that volume, because wow, that's low. Yeah, there's no actual in-game volume, so I have to worry about the volume outside of the game. That makes it a little bit difficult to figure out exactly where I want to set the volume without having to go in and out of the game over and over again. Anyways, we'll be back in just a second here.